I love you guys.
Welcome to the Torg Stories podcast. It's Wild Card Weekend. North Carolina and Myers Park High School native Drake May advances in the playoffs with the Patriots. The Panthers go down. Ann's $100 Super Bowl bet on the Packers goes down. The Indiana Hoosiers will play for the national title against Miami on January 19th. And it was a pretty busy sports week since last time we talked.
Pretty busy. I gotta say, wild card weekend, so much football. I sat around on Saturday watching so much football, and then I watched so much football on Sunday. So it was kind of intense.
I started the weekend thinking, this is going to be so much easier. I'm only watching one game at a time. Whereas usually I'm watching maybe 6 to 8 at a time. So there's less games to talk about. But it turned out it was more of an investment because I watched all the games. So we watched 5 games, right? Or no, we watched 3, 4, or 5. Do we watch 5 games?
I think we watched 5 games, 3 yesterday, 2 on Saturday. The time commitment was a lot.
It was.
And they were in a row. It was like, God, I got to go get lunch or something. Come on. I can't watch every second of this. Some games were more exciting than others, but really most of them were pretty exciting too. So at least we had that.
Sunday was tough. 3 games is a lot of games.
Right. And the last game, was it the last game, the Chargers game? Wasn't that great. So, yeah.
Well, okay. So let's start with this. Of all the teams and players that were eliminated, who are you saddest to lose?
Frankly, I'm not sad about any of them, really. The only one kind of sad is Packers, because as we stated, my bet went up in flames. I wasn't feeling good about the bet like halfway through the season anyway, so I kind of already resigned that the $100 was up in flames. In fact, I'm going to have to figure out where I put that bet so I can throw it away, or maybe not even worry about it and stumble upon it in a couple of years, I guess. But yeah, so I guess
that you didn't win the bet because you don't know where your ticket is.
Well, I think I know where it is, but it's in like a safe place, basically. And sometimes when you think you're hiding something in a safer place, it's like you're making it harder for me to find.
Yeah,
you got to watch that. Yeah,
I'm not much of a hider.
I wasn't really hiding; I was protecting it. I think I put it in my fireproof envelope with important documents.
Oh, it's an envelope.
It's like a fireproof zipped up pouch. You know what I mean?
I have a fireproof lockbox. Where did I get it? Because I'm sure I didn't buy it.
I used to have a lockbox. I'll tell you a story. Here's a quick story.
Great.
I know you love stories.
That's what we do here.
When I lived in Brownsburg, Indiana, people like to say safe. Indiana's super safe, right? Well, I was broken into. My house was broken into while I was at work once. And I had a lockbox, guys. I had a lockbox. The lockbox had the key in it, so I wouldn't lose it. And inside the lockbox was I think $700 in cash because I was saving it up for a trip to Vegas. And they took it, guys.
Oh.
So I don't use the lockbox anymore. Now I just use a fireproof envelope.
Yeah, my lockbox is more, I guess, if the house burns down, the passport.
Yeah. Yeah, my passport is in there, exactly. Yeah.
There's no cash in the lockbox.
Yeah. I believe my diplomas are in there, really important stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where my diploma is. Okay, so no surprise for me. I was sorry to lose the Panthers.
Right, yeah.
There's extra buzz in the state when they're playing. It would have been a fun week. So I finally go back to work tomorrow at App State. I have class.
Finally. Yeah, it's been a while.
For my 1 day a week of teaching.
Yeah, I know. Stressful.
Right. Before people just say he doesn't do anything. There's an online class. I'm grading things.
Right. You've been doing things. I'll tell you what, when I went on vacation, you were working every day. So hats off to you.
Yeah, right. I get up and work.
Yeah, you absolutely do.
I'm more of a 5 or 6 hours almost every day of the year guy instead of, at least
vacations.
Out of the desk working on school stuff. No one cares about that though.
Right. No one certainly cares.
So the Panthers, this sounds funny, but the first thing I really liked. Okay, let's back up. Your Indiana Hoosiers, they played in LA last week.
Yeah, was it last week? I think it was last week.
It was last week.
Last
and
Thursday.
They played, who did they play?
They played Oregon.
So it wasn't. Here's what bothered. Here's where my empathy is. You do all the things you need to do to get to LA to watch your team play. Um, and you spend all the money on the tickets and you spend all the money on the hotel and you travel and you lose by 25 or 30.
Right, but surely they had fun. I don't think there were many Oregon people here, to be honest. I think it was
Okay.
mainly IU, but I'm sure they had fun. You know what I felt bad for them was that it rained the whole time. So I
Yeah.
did feel bad
Same.
about that. Yeah.
Same. And so for the Panthers, you go to the Panthers game. It's the first home game in however many years, probably since Cam Newton for sure. Cam Newton was there to bang the drum. So you can lose 35-3 and never be in it, and the weather would be terrible. So the Panthers gave us a great ride on their last game. It was back and forth the whole way. With 2 minutes to go, you thought they could still win. So I felt good that all those people who turned out in Carolina, and then also to a lesser degree, me and my recliner, they gave us a fun time.
Right. First of all, we didn't think Panthers were going to be in the playoffs. We thought they were one of the worst teams in the
We
whole
did
league.
from the start. We
So
did.
congrats to make it into
Hey,
the playoffs.
except for the guy who started the season and bet on them to win the division, me.
Right, but did you really feel it?
No, I already admitted on the last podcast that it was just a flyer on
Yeah,
game.
it was just that this is my hometown team. I like them, blah blah blah. So congrats that they got there. I too saw a TikTok yesterday of a woman who said, "I'm going to a game by myself," and I was like, "Where is she going?" My God, it was the Carolina game. She had a little Carolina Panthers. She got on the Twitter account, photograph front row. So hats off to those people going to games by themselves, the first game, and she enjoyed herself even though they lost. So hey, that's
Now, I
great.
have also said on the pod, I went to a Panthers game in Atlanta by myself, and I told myself I would not do that again.
Well, that was an away game. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it wasn't, I'll go to a game by myself. If for some reason I'm in Milwaukee, I'll go, watch a game. I just didn't like being in the visiting stadium, nice people around me in Atlanta. And I'm going to what? Scream for the Panthers? And
Right, yeah. Whenever I've done that, and like I said, I've seen Indiana play the Clippers. I was quiet. I just quietly clapped in my heart when the Pacers came back
yeah,
and won.
and clap in your heart. That's great.
Clapping in my heart.
One thing I got a little bit of a kick out of. So Greg Olson was a tight end for the Panthers. To me, he's one of the top broadcasters, analysts, color guys. So he was doing the Panthers game. And so I've mentioned before, Greg Olson coaches a middle school football team. He's assisted by Luke Kuechly, who's a middle
I
linebacker.
remember Luke Kuechly, like the
Yeah, Luke
two
Kuechly will be
Panthers
in
I
the Hall of
know,
Fame, I think.
besides the quarterback guy.
So I thought it was funny that, like, I'm sitting there, and I'm not the only person. I'm sitting there knowing that Greg Olson is not only good buddies with Luke Kuechly, he also coaches with him in a middle school. He also hosts a podcast. So Greg Olson is like throwing out late talking about the great linebacker Luke Kuechly from the Carolina Panthers. He's talking about one of his good buddies.
Right, his best friend. Yeah.
So that kind of made me laugh.
Yeah, a little bit crazy that he commentates that, but I guess it's like Reggie Miller doing Pacer games. It's an extra angle to the whole
I
thing.
almost think
Yeah.
it's oh, you mean that
Yeah,
he's
he's commentating his team that he obviously still feels very strongly about.
yeah,
I guess it doesn't
we
matter.
see
Yeah.
that quite a bit, I guess. I mean, Tom
Right. I
Brady's
mean, you would
doing
have
that.
to. You can't just, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who else does that. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Ann, who are you most excited to have them win so that you get to watch them again? I have a couple here.
I have two, and I wouldn't say, excited is overdoing it, but who will I be cheering for in the future? First of all, the Bills.
Yeah.
I don't feel 100% belief in the Bills. Honestly, looking at the whole thing, I don't feel 100% belief in anybody.
Right.
But I like the Bills. I like Josh Allen. I would like to see them win. So I was glad to see the Bills win.
I also said the Bills. I had by far the most fun watching Josh Allen play football.
Yeah, he's a great quarterback, fun to watch. Yeah.
So let's review this. Josh Allen threw his hand into a helmet.
Right, which I see a lot actually. People do this, yeah.
And you can imagine that hurts a lot.
Yeah, when you're doing that fourth.
And
Yeah.
he got sacked, and then a big guy fell on his head,
Right.
and he went to the concussion tent,
Right.
and he twisted his knee on the goal line.
Right, I saw that. Yeah, his leg got caught. Yeah. Ugh, so scary. Hate that.
And his pregnant what? Girlfriend or wife?
His wife, they're married. She's
His
at the Golden
pregnant
Globes. She
wife was
skips it. She's got more important things to do.
at the Golden Globes.
She was at the Golden Globes, which I actually understand. This is a big deal for her.
Oh, of course. No, I'm not
Yeah.
saying anybody shouldn't be at
I've
the
seen
Golden
some people
Globes.
criticize her.
I'm
It's
just
like,
saying,
good
I mean,
God, the man's in a playoff game. He's not even in the Super Bowl. Come on.
no, the first part of what I was thinking was it was a really rough afternoon for Josh Allen.
It was, but I think every outing on the football field can be pretty rough for Josh Allen.
There were some rough ones.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Justin Herbert later.
Yeah, I feel like I was thinking that too. It's like he got slammed, and I thought, oh, is he dead? But he's not dead. Yeah.
It's not funny. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then I just noted internally that except for the Panthers, I cheered the loudest from my recliner for the Niners a couple plays.
Well, my second team is the 49ers, which you
Yeah.
wouldn't think because I did not pick them. I
Right.
picked the Eagles just because I thought the Eagles were going to win, and the
Mhm.
49ers were so decimated that they couldn't possibly win. But I do have a soft
And
spot for
plus
the
two for decimated. Good word.
Yeah, 49ers I have a soft spot in my heart for
Mhm.
whatever reason. I think even way back to Montana and those guys. So I like the 49ers. So I was happy to see them win. I mean, my God, they've lost George Kittle now too. How can they
Yeah.
go on, right? How can they
I
go on?
I've read at least two Bill Walsh coaching books from the Niners. Excellent. And then I have an affinity for McCafferty, who the Panthers got rid of. He is very fun to watch as well, right?
Right, he's fun, and I feel like Purdy, like he's this little underdog guy to me. And it's
He does
like,
have a little kid.
yeah, like, do we really think this guy can do it? And so I like to see him do it, I guess. And this is very superficial, but I like their colors.
Yeah, you're one to root for a team for color.
I will root for a team based on colors for
Megan,
sure.
I mean, Megan often makes her picks based on one, which town would I rather live in?
Right.
Two, what kind of colors are we talking
What
about?
kind of colors are we talking about? Exactly.
Okay, I have a few discussion points for you. There's some animosity between the Packers coach Matt LaFleur and the Bears coach Ben Johnson. And I think among all the reasons, two things I heard. Ben Johnson said, F the Packers. I think in his pregame speech, maybe. And then he also said, I really enjoy beating Matt LaFleur twice a year. And is that enough for you to be salty in the handshake line? What might make you
Well,
salty?
at first I thought it was pretty stupid. But then I read a little
Wait,
thing
the
on
handshake or what did you, what was
the
stupid?
whole thing, like he's being like, I don't like you guys, that whole thing. I thought it was stupid on Ben Johnson's part. But
Yep.
I read a little blurb on the Winners and Losers in the Ringer, and one of them was about this whole situation with Ben Johnson. And it really painted it as he's just trying to get his team to be
Yeah.
really excited about something. And okay, if that's what you need, it seems a little crazy to me. Unless someone does something in particular to me, like says your team's crap, or you're a crappy coach, or that coach doesn't know what she's doing. If he didn't say specific things like that, I would be cordial to him. I would shake his hand and say, "Good job, coach." That's
Yeah.
about it. Now, am I going to be friendly and chit chat? Probably not. Now, do I think I can be in a speech and be like, F the Packers? I do think I could say that because to me, that's not, I hate you, Packers, as people. That's, we don't like the Packers. They're a rivalry. They're right next door up north. We hate you. Just like as an IU player, I'd be like, I hate you, Purdue. I hate
Right.
you. I don't like you. F Purdue. I have no problem saying F Purdue. F Purdue. So I don't have any problems with that. I think the shaking hands is a little too much. And maybe I wouldn't call out people personally unless they were calling me out first. But whatever. I guess he used it to motivate his team, and it worked. So
I
props to you
do
on that.
think not a tact I've ever taken, but the carry yourself with swag, announce to the world. For example, in my little world, I might announce we're going to beat Lake Norman twice. We scheduled them twice, and we're good. And I'm saying that because they're the defending state champs. I do see people do that, and I think that's a fine thing to do, even though I've never chosen that route.
Right. I wouldn't personally be offended by it. I do think it's also based on your personality as a person, and
Yeah.
that's his personality. My personality would be never to say that because I'd be like,
So
now Lake Norman's going to kick my ass twice.
yeah, I go out of my way to build relationships with coaches, and I think I try extra hard to give coaches the benefit of the doubt, especially when they behave a certain way when they're coaching. It's almost like I give people pretty much a pass for being a jerk when they're coaching. And but however, I was trying to think like when would I dislike a coach? I think dirty play, just like,
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
take out so and so player,
Hurt a player.
undercut them
Yeah.
on a layup, give them a forearm to the back of their neck, step on their knee. So I think that could promote some saltiness in the handshake line. I hate it when people are poor hosts, even though I pretend like it doesn't bother me. I mean, for example, if you come to Watauga, you're welcome to shoot in our Ox gym. I ask you if you need anything. I'll get you some waters. Here's some basketballs. So I'm more of a like, be a very gracious host, and inside I'm like, oh, I'm wanting to kick your butt.
Right. I think that goes to the point of I want to beat you because I'm better than you, not because I made you drink warm water
I
and you had a
worked
bad locker
harder.
room.
I have a better plan.
Right. I'm
Um,
beating you because I'm better than you.
right.
That's why.
Um, so also cheating, like listing the other team's locker room.
Yeah.
Um, and
Boo
then
on
I
that.
was thinking about recruiting your players. So that happens. There's certainly some high school coaches, I'm sure all over the country, but in our region as well, who are known to recruit players. Um, I think I still am not hating your guts because I feel like if you don't want to play for me, go play for someone else.
Right. I'm not a coach, but I agree with you in that I actually want the best for my kids. And if they think
Yeah.
that it's best on this other place, well, go there. Good luck to you. Godspeed.
So I think we've established one of my examples in my notes was Red Auerbach from the Celtics was sort of famous for like, it's 110 degrees in the garden in the summer during the finals, and he's turning on the heat in the Lakers locker room. It sounds like, Ann, that's not you.
Yeah, that's not me. That's pretty crappy. I
Same.
think that's
It's
pretty
not me
bad.
either.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking this is going to be a tangent too, but I've been watching a lot of Dylan Brooks lately on the
Mm,
Phoenix Suns. I
yeah.
kind of like him.
He's
He
growing on me.
acts like a jerk. He's a weirdo. He'll like stand silently at the half court line and stare at the opposition. But by God, I like that. And then I've heard other people be like, he's such a good guy off court. He's such a
Mm.
wonderful guy. And yet he's like this, I'm a biggest jerk. He goes too far sometimes. But I like the idea of let's be competitive on this court, but off the court, I'll be a good person. Right?
I think you mostly need that guy. You're glad to have him when you have him. And
Yeah, you hate to play him.
it takes a special personality to have the guts to follow through on that behavior.
Right. Would I ever stand at half court and just stare at the opponents? No, I'd feel like a fool.
And Jim Swaney, coach of the Winnemac Warriors and coach, he certainly did that with his face guarding, jersey holding, even when there's plays not going on, stand an inch from her. I mean, I don't think you were ever the one assigned to do that, but that was something he liked to do.
Well, I would hold some jerseys playing
Okay.
defense. I have no
I was just
problems with
thinking of
that.
like the Patty Babcock, um, whatever Judson's good player was, but you were never the face guard or denier.
I was
Oh,
sometimes,
you
yeah.
were? Okay. I was
Patty
wrong.
Babcock was not a Judson. She was
No, I know. She was Culver
somewhere
Military.
else.
I
Yeah.
can't think of the Judson woman.
Debbie Bolin, but I never played her.
That's
Yeah.
who I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, James Swaney, Jim Swaney. I don't know why I'm calling him James. He had a swagger,
He did
which
have a
was
swagger.
not something I normally am a fan of, but I can see where it's a good thing. And yeah, it's a Dylan Brooks type swagger.
Yeah. Okay. I like Jim Swaney's sweatsuits. Shout out to Coach.
Yeah, we bought those for him. I put some money in for
I
that
would
for
wear one of
Christmas.
those now.
You know what? It's completely fashionable now. Yeah.
Okay, and so we're gonna, as a way to talk about the games a little bit, we're gonna go through our picks. You can talk about what you got right or wrong, or just talk about watching the game. Game one was Rams at Panthers, with Panthers favored by 10.5 points. You picked the Rams. I picked the Panthers. The Rams beat the Panthers 34-31. I won the pick because the Rams didn't cover. And on that,
Right. Big spread. I thought for sure the Rams would beat them by 2 touchdowns, was my feeling. I thought the Panthers would be a little overwhelmed. The Rams to me, had some really ridiculous drops. Like,
Mhm.
did you just drop that pass? What are you doing? Uh, and it was kind of a crazy game, right? It was a very exciting game, up and down game, back and forth. So I'll give credit to the Panthers for hanging in. I never thought in a million years they were. Now, I picked the Rams in my bracket to win the Super Bowl, but man, I don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl after that. I just don't know what to say.
I think you can't necessarily say that because someone plays well the first week, they're going to play well the second week. That was a pretty poorly played game. The Panthers went for it on fourth down on their first possession on their own side of the field.
Right. Yeah. And
I
they
thought
didn't get
that was
it.
crazy.
Yeah, it was stupid. I've been telling you,
Um,
these guys are going fourth down happy. I don't understand it.
Young threw an interception. The Rams kicked a punt that hit the Panthers. I think it's ETN, the Panthers returner in a face mask, and they fumbled with 2:44 to go in the half.
Yeah, craziness.
So I think here's something you and I agree on. Um, the Rams end up not kicking it there. They go for it, and they don't get it.
Yeah, couldn't crazy. I'm telling you,
Um,
it's too many fourth downs. There's several instances yesterday where this happened as well,
I mean,
right?
I think a sort of general strategy I have is I was just given a gift.
Yeah.
We're playing in a game. Boy, I wouldn't have thought that you guys would have let a ball bounce off your face mask and give it to me. It's fourth down. I'm going to cash my gift in for three. I wish I could have cashed it in for seven, but thank you for the gift. I'll take the three.
Right. I think there's a couple of things. First of all, maybe these guys are thinking we have to get a touchdown. They gave us this gift. We need a touchdown. To me, I'm thinking, think of the disappointment when you don't score anything.
Mhm.
That outweighs to me the touchdown is better than a three-pointer, too. It's like they gave us a gift. We got to come back with something. So that's my thought on it.
Couple other big plays. Panthers block a kick, go on and score a touchdown to take the lead late.
Yeah, the block kicks were a little obscene too. I feel like there was a couple block punts in this whole playoff section
And
this
then
past weekend.
the Panthers have the ball with 38 seconds left. They have three timeouts and they gain 0 yards.
0 yards.
No
Yeah,
yards, not no yards.
right, right.
Why
Yeah,
why why can't we throw three 12-yard passes?
right. Maybe they're going for too much too soon, I guess. Yeah,
It
yeah.
seemed poor there. Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Panthers. We got more out of this year than we thought we would.
Right. And your organization will probably remain intact, right? They're happy to be there. The coach is going to stay. Everybody's going to stay.
Yeah, I don't even know. What do I think we need? What do the Panthers need?
They just need to be better all the way around.
I don't know. It's
I
like,
don't
is
know what the
Bryce
Colts need.
Young?
You just need to be better in a lot of places. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if what's Bryce Young's ceiling? I'm not sure.
Right. Like next year, I'll be like, boy, the Panthers, maybe they can make the playoffs again. I don't know. I have my doubts. That would be what I'd say for the
Like, what do the
Panthers.
Colts need?
The Colts need a defense. The Colts need linebackers,
Okay,
number
good.
one.
You've
Yeah.
got some solid
I
answers.
got some solid answers. Yeah.
So the
Pass rushers,
evening game, Packers at Bears. Pack,
another great game. Great
oh,
game.
what a great game.
Yeah.
Packers favored by a point and a half. Ann picks the Bears. I pick the Packers. The Bears are down 18 and come back to win 31-27. Ann wins the pick. Now we're tied at 1-1.
The Bears might be the most thrilling team left in the sense that they throw these crazy throws, right? Um, what's his name? The quarterback.
Caleb Williams running to his left, evading a sack, throwing a ball 40 yards into a tiny hole.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He's going to be scrambling and throwing some slinger across the field, and they're going to catch it sometimes. So that's pretty exciting. The Bears almost got me to kind of like them. I don't want to go that far though because of the Bears. But yeah, the reason I selected the Bears, even though the Packers were my Super Bowl pick, is just the injuries with the Packers were too much, and I felt they just didn't have it anymore.
I don't remember a game I ever thought was more over than this game.
Really? Well, I always felt like they were in it.
What was the score at halftime?
You tell me. You just told me
It
some
was like
other score that
21
I
to
was.
3 or something.
Yeah, I couldn't even believe they were that far behind what the score you just told me.
I
I
mean,
always feel like the Bears are in it. The Bears are in it.
yeah, but I feel like your text, you'd crossed them all. I think you said,
I said the Bears are losers or something like that, right? The Bears are always losers. Why
let's
did I
do
bet
some,
for the Bears?
yeah, let's do some
But
scrolling
deep
here.
in my heart, I felt like they could come back or I would have stopped watching. So, yeah, the Bears are losers.
Is that what you said? You're looking?
Oh no, I can't look. You think it's on my text
Oh,
chain?
I have it right up here.
Oh,
So the Bears better get their butt in gear. LOL. Yes. Oh, here it is. Yes, not much faith in them. I think I have zero faith in anyone. Oh, here it is, Ann. I can't believe I said the Bears. I always think of them as perpetual losers.
right. Yeah. And you were like, you would think talking of your childhood, which frankly, I didn't even understand that text. But what I'm saying is, ever
No,
since,
what I was saying was I was certainly a big Bear. I was a huge Walter Payton fan. I was definitely, and Walter carried me into Mike Singletary and the Fridge and Jim McMahon. And then, it was over shortly after that. So I was just saying, every once in a while, I can feel a little spark in my heart for the Bears that might grow, but it hasn't grown.
right, when I was in childhood, I disliked him except for the Super Bowl year because then I jumped on the bandwagon and I was like, yeah, this is fun and I like the record. But I disliked him because everybody else in the family liked him and I wanted to be contrary, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, after that, the Bears losing, losing, losing. Never trust the Bears. That's what I say.
So I thought that the Patriots had a better chance in the Super Bowl. I remember it being halftime, and I thought if Tom Brady wasn't the quarterback, I would go to bed. But because Tom Brady is the quarterback, I'm going to stay up and watch the second half.
Oh, you're talking about comebacks in general.
Comebacks.
Yeah.
And I'm going to connect that to the Bears. I heard, and this is something I believe in 100%, and I've never believed in it more than this year. I mean, the last 5 years, my belief in this sort of thing has grown and grown. Um, Before the season started, the Bears watched the Patriots come back against the Falcons, and the point the coach was making was the game is never over. Keep playing.
The game is never over. Keep playing. Okay. Yeah.
And it's been an unprecedented year of comebacks for the Bears.
Yeah, it has been. I truly think this is the most even year that I can recall in a while, right? Where you don't think this team has to be in the Super Bowl. None of these teams, I think, are
No, you
100% locked for
definitely
the Super
don't
Bowl.
sit here
Yeah.
and go,
Pencil it in.
it'll be a miracle if someone beats this team.
Right, exactly. They're all
Okay.
beatable.
Next game.
Next game.
Bills at Jaguars. Bills favored by by a point and a half. We both picked the Bills. What do you remember from this game?
Another very exciting game. We're in Jacksonville. I thought the Jacksonville crowd really showed up, right? They were pretty loud. The people swimming in the pool in the end zone, they're like, it's 60 degrees. I don't swim in pools when it's 60 degrees. That's too cold, but
Yeah.
okay, whatever you want to do.
Maybe the water was warm.
Yeah, maybe it's heated pool, I guess.
You also don't take your shirt off when it's 10 degrees.
No, well, I don't take my shirt off in public at all. Yeah, so it was a pretty exciting game. Now, it's hard for me to root for the Jags. Like, they're in the Colts division. I don't like them. But I do kind of think this new coach is kind of interesting. Trevor Lawrence is not just being a total idiot anymore. He did still have a couple boneheaded plays, right? And then the Bills, I have a soft spot as we spoke for the Bills. And so the back and forth of this was a lot of fun.
Are the Jags the most likely team? I have one other team in mind. Are the Jags the most likely team that if someone kind of follows football, they don't realize it's a team?
Oh, like they could name the
Yeah, like,
team. Yeah.
there's a team
Out of
called the
these, yeah, because
Jaguars?
it's a newish team. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not newish, but out of all the teams in
Yeah.
the league.
I
Yeah.
would say them and the Titans are the two teams where people would be like, that's a team?
And why do you even think the city of Jacksonville should have an NFL team?
It
That's
just
pretty
doesn't feel
weird.
like it.
Yeah, pretty
Where we
crazy.
really crap.
I wonder what kind of revenue they make. Like, what's the status of the
So
Jags?
this is probably one of my themes of watching the games. When you're given a gift, cash it in.
Cash it in. So what gift do you think
Jags.
wasn't cashed in?
So the Bills player runs into the other Bills player
Right,
and causes a fumble.
right,
And the Jaguars do not turn that into any points.
right. I yesterday I saw so many changes of possession, like an interception or something close to the goal line that resulted in nothing.
Yeah.
I've seen that several times. I don't know that I could pull up all the instances, but it happens so much. And to me, that would be just crushing.
Yeah. The Bills went 90 yards on a drive for a touchdown after that.
Yeah. Josh Allen knows what he's doing. Yeah.
Josh Allen standing on his back foot, throwing it about 40 yards.
Pretty crazy.
Something that he does. Okay. One of the most successful tush pushes I've ever seen.
Oh, that was great, right? And you thought it was over and he just kept on going.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So he looks good. They look better than the Eagles at the tush push. And then with a minute and 2 seconds, and I texted you about this. Romo and so that let's say there's a minute and 2 seconds to go. Let's say they've got first and goal at the 1. Romo and Nance are pretty much favoring managing the time, maybe taking a knee. I think he did I think Romo
Yeah,
advocated
take a special knee where you
take a
kind of
knee
go a
in the
little
middle
forward.
one time. Try to get your foot forward. I'm against that.
I heard the same thing on Simmons. I said his name right. Podcast
Simmons,
this
that's
morning.
right.
They said the same thing. I disagree because how many quarterback sneaks have I seen fail?
Right.
And you want it to be fourth and goal and I fail on this quarterback sneak, third and goal, and then you're all pressure for the fourth and goal. So to me, if you can get it in, get it in. You're going against the Jags and Trevor Lawrence. You're not going against Tom Brady and the Patriots. There's less than a minute. I think take the score, and they obviously made the right decision.
I'm not taking a knee on the 1.
Yeah, to make the time pass.
And
Yeah.
I'm saying this in the same 5 minutes that I said it was the most successful tush push I've ever seen. But I don't want to mess with that. I want to get my points.
Yeah, we're on the same page here. Is Josh Allen your favorite player left?
Boy, off the top of my head, yes.
Yeah, I think he's mine too.
I mean, it would be McCafferty jumps to mind.
Your buddy Aaron Rodgers.
I was going to say, what about Aaron Rodgers? Give us a score update, Ann.
It's 3-0. Steelers ahead.
What is it?
3-0.
3-0.
I'm anticipating 6-3, 10-7. At the most.
Okay, so now San Francisco at Philadelphia. That was 4:30. The Eagles were favored by 3.5. Ann went with the Eagles. I picked San Francisco. The 49ers win 23-19. And at this point, I'm 3-1 against the spread.
Yeah, you're beating my butt. This was a deciding game. Like I said, the 49ers I really like, but I thought they had so many injuries. I mean, imagine if the 49ers had everybody back. I know everybody can say that, but if they had Fred Warner and George Kittle, all those guys back.
It really
that
hit
big
me.
Bosa guy on the front, if they had all those guys, come on.
The 49ers, Josh Allen, McCafferty,
Josh Allen.
all of that reminded me, boy, almost everyone is really beat up.
Yeah, everybody's beat up. That's the nature of the NFL for sure. Yeah.
Purdy, the quarterback for the Niners, he throws 2 interceptions. The Eagles have no turnovers and they still lose.
Yeah, and weren't some of those interceptions pretty close to the goal? I don't know. Did they really F it up? Yeah, I just don't get it. The Eagles are just like a yawner. I don't like them anymore. Did I like them ever? I liked them when they beat the Chiefs for the Super Bowl because my hatred for the Chiefs. Not hatred, but my tiredness of the Chiefs. But now Eagles have entered that. I'm tired of the Eagles. You're actually boring. The Chiefs were at least exciting. So sayonara, Eagles.
One of my favorite foods, which I had tonight, homemade from my wife, Megan, the Philly steak and cheese is the only thing I can say I like about Philadelphia.
Oh, really? Well, I've never been to Philly. I've heard it's actually quite nice to visit. I would maybe visit.
It's interesting. It's
for an history person like myself.
There's definitely 10 blocks of 1740 or something.
We're not beating a Philly cheesecake.
I feel like I had 3 or 4 in a day one of the days I was there.
No. Did they make pretzels?
I don't really like it otherwise. I mean, it felt like Queens. I don't.
Right.
I worked in Queens for 11 years. There are spots that would be okay. I don't really want to live in Queens.
Right. Yeah, I get it.
So we had the amazing trick play. I don't quite know how it worked. Jennings ends up with the ball, the wide receiver. He throws a pass to McCafferty that he kind of looks over his shoulder and catches for a touchdown. Ooh, is that the most spectacular play of the weekend?
Probably. I mean, I can't think of any off the top of my head, but McCafferty made some really important big time catches. Um, he's a great runner, of course, but when he's a wide receiver, he's doing some amazing things as well, right?
For what I think about the Niners that gives them, I have them picked to make it to the Super Bowl,
Oh, I can't believe it.
which I also bet on. Don't forget. I have the Patriots to win, the Niners to make it. Why didn't I pair those up? Would have that done even more for me? Probably.
When you pair it up on a bet,
Well, I could have said, yeah, I think you can bet this is the two Super Bowl teams. I've got enough bet. Um, I think two things I would say about San Francisco. I think they're going to run the right creative play in the biggest moments.
well, you think they got a great coach, yeah.
I think they have the scheme that they can break out in the huge moments. And even though you might have kind of an ordinary offensive totals, McCafferty is the kind of player who will deliver also in those big moments.
Right, his execution.
So I guess I'm combining coaching with the scheme with the dynamic MVP type player.
I hear you. I just don't think they're going to win next week, but
Maybe
I
you
hope
didn't
they
think they
do
would win this
because
week.
I have no love for Seattle. So
Yeah, me either. That'll be fun.
no hate either. Actually, I don't really
So
care
one
about Seattle.
thing looking to next week, again, I tend to put a little bit more credence in what happened during the regular season. And so that means I should be pretty worried about the 13-3 Seattle dominant win over the Niners.
Right? Yeah. I don't know how much you should bet on that one. That's what I'm saying.
But I'm gonna go ahead and say that Shanahan, right,
Hmm.
is going to have a few new things for them.
Right. I couldn't even tell you the coach of Seattle. So
Same.
right.
We stink. Okay,
And also remember, the
we
Colts almost beat the Seattle
and so
late in the season with
and I
Philip
felt
Rivers.
like I know that's what I think. I was shocked by the Niners Seahawks score the last time.
Right. But then the thing is, the next week the Seahawks trounced somebody pretty good. I don't remember who it was. So
Yeah, I
um,
don't think we know.
it's just one of these, I don't know who's going to show up games.
Okay, so we've only got one game left.
Right. The thumbs down game to me. Pats, Chargers, thumbs
It was
down.
better. Okay, so let's be honest. What did I do? Did I go to bed at halftime? Yeah, I think I went to bed at halftime.
Oh, I stayed up for the whole thing.
So I like to watch on the NFL YouTube
Recap.
channel, they have like 17-minute games, all the dead time cut out, a few of the
Yeah. So it's like you watched it. Yeah.
I wish they would cut a little more out of it, but
Got a little more.
but I watched 17 minutes of plays. So the game, okay. I was gonna say the game was undecided later than I thought, but as I try to make sense of the things that Harbaugh did, I think he understood what little chance the Chargers had to move the ball, period.
Right. I would say this. The game was up in the air to me. I didn't give up until there was about 3 minutes late. I think something stupid happened and then they got the ball back. I think probably an interception. They got the ball back. Patriots did. And it was like, okay, now it's really over. And it was two touchdowns or it was two scores at least.
9:46 to go in the fourth. I think they took that lead.
Right. But like 3 minutes, I was still thinking, 3 or 4 minutes, I was still thinking, they could score two touchdowns really quick. But that's ridiculous because how many touchdowns did they score? Zero, right? Here's what I really recall from the Chargers game. Number one, dumb play to go for it, Harbaugh. Fourth down after you got a gift, right? Didn't he get some gift to get up there,
Yeah.
or did they
Okay.
make
So
a
with
drive?
the score 0-0, the Chargers get an interception inside the Pats 20 and they don't score.
They don't score. They don't take the three. They go on fourth down. I thought, dumb. It's early in the game. Let's take the points. Now we're deflated. We're upset. Number two, so many
Time
dumb.
out. Here's
Okay,
what and this is, I like Harbaugh.
right.
So this is what I
God
ended up
bless.
deciding he would say to us privately, if not publicly. And we cannot move the ball against that team. If we
Right. So take 3 points,
if
buddy.
we didn't get a touchdown, then we're going to lose 16-6. We cannot score. It was 4th and 1. We were going to pin them on the one. So that's what I think he would say. And
I get his thinking, sure.
even though that goes against my cash in your gift, he must have realized how little chance they had.
Right. I agree. Sure. I do think it was a mistake though, because different things can happen as the game goes on, depending on the score, right? When you don't score, keep not scoring, not scoring, not scoring, it takes a mental toll.
So the Pats have the ball on their own 1 yard line. Play number 1, 50-yard pass to Ramondre Stevenson.
Right. Pretty sad. I was
More
sad
like
when that
a
happened.
10-yard pass and a 40-yard run.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other things I really remember, lots of dumb little fumbles and interceptions, so many of them on both sides.
They went for it near the end of the half at the 50, didn't get it again.
Right.
Patriots short gain, field goal to have to take the lead.
Yeah.
Maybe the Patriots wouldn't have moved the ball very much either.
Right. That's my point. Yeah. At halftime, it was, I forget the score, but it was what, 6-3, 10-3, something like that.
6-3 at half.
6-3. I mean, that's embarrassing. That's what this Pittsburgh Texas game is going to be too. Number two, seeing Justin Herbert just get smashed, especially as the game goes on, just get rammed.
Absolutely.
From the back, getting taken down, from three heavy 300-pounders falling on you. How did he get up?
I heard Kornheiser on PTI today kind of getting after Herbert and throwing a bunch of numbers at us. I kind of think he maybe didn't watch the game.
You think he did, since he had
I thought it was an incredibly valiant effort. Like you said, it was just like Herbert smashed, Herbert trying not to fall on his broken hand.
Exactly.
Herbert probably pain spiraling like lightning bolts through his broken hand into his arm, trying to get up and keep playing football.
Right. And it got worse as the game went on. He just got crushed more and more. The last couple drives, it was like, oh my gosh, this is almost too much.
My last note is I bet Justin Herbert is going to look forward to playing football without a broken hand.
Yeah. I hope he gets that chance.
Think about going like whatever it was, 6 weeks where every time you get thrown down in this game of football, you're trying to like land on your shoulder instead of your hand.
Right. And always thinking, oh, is it getting worse? Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
That's what I would be thinking.
How much more is the crack splitting?
As for the Patriots, this does not make me a Patriots believer. They didn't look that great to me. The Chargers are not that good. So I'm probably going to eat my words, but I don't believe in the Patriots. But the Patriots got the easiest game next week. So I do think they're going to make it to the, whatever you call it, the championships for their division.
We'll glance at those before we finish. So we had so as of coming into the Steelers game, I went 4-1 against the spread.
Yeah, congrats.
You went 3-2. That's a good betting weekend.
I know, but lost the important deciding factor, and is going to have to spill out the $50 for this Amazon gift card.
I know, so
I'll survive.
But I think if I quickly go to our standings, you're winning right now.
I saw that. I don't know how it works now that if your team didn't advance or the bye's messed up, do you get any points if your team wins, even though they're playing somebody that you didn't think they were going to play?
So. I think if your team wins that round, you'll
right. Okay.
And you've got the Rams.
Yeah, but I don't feel great about the Rams.
I don't know who Chad Jackson is. He's in second, but I looked through his picks and he's no guaranteed winner.
Well, God bless Chad Jackson for joining. We like all the people that
we ended up with 15.
Yeah, God bless you, 15 people. What, 5 are probably family members, but God bless you, 10 listeners.
These people are getting a $50 Amazon gift card from you to win.
Yeah, so, hey, but we like the participation. I blow $50 on a bad meal all the time.
It was somewhat labor intensive. I mean, if you have it, so we were already registered because we usually use ESPN for our little NCAA family thing where we have a trophy and a toilet bowl trophy. But you got to register on the ESPN site, blah, blah, blah.
They went through a lot of stuff.
It takes a little doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of the names are fun. So
anyway, good luck to all. I hope I win. Yeah.
And if I win, you don't have to get me a $50 gift card.
I will. I follow through.
You probably will have to get Izzy
or something like that.
Megan picked the Panthers to win, so she's not.
I think once you lose your Super Bowl pick, it's like, really tough, right?
Let's count who's got I think the only teams left with Super Bowl winners are Rams, Pats, Seahawks, Broncos. Those 4 teams are left. That's it.
Right. So if the Bills win,
nobody picked the Pittsburgh Steelers to win.
Right. The Steelers are now behind 7-3.
Uh-oh. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So our Super Bowl picks, I'm just gonna on our website, I'm gonna bold the teams that are still in it. You pick the Rams, they're in it.
Go Rams.
You pick the Eagles, they're out. You pick the
To play the Rams. Is
Broncos.
that who I had playing the Rams?
No, I'm just telling you, we had a
Oh.
draft. You drafted the Eagles second.
Oh, that draft that we did.
So we
Yeah,
did a
okay.
Super Bowl draft.
Well,
I'm
that
going
Eagles
to,
draft really seems stupid, the Eagles pick.
and
Yeah.
I'm going to bold the teams you drafted that are still playing. The
Okay.
Broncos didn't play, they're still in it. You got both
Right.
my teams. The Seahawks didn't play, they're still in it. The
Right.
Bears won.
Bears are winners.
We don't know about the Steelers yet. And we don't know about the Texans. You have the Steelers and the Texans.
Do I? Oh,
Yeah.
so who cares who wins this?
So I have the Bills still in it.
Bills.
I have the Patriots still in it.
Ugh, yeah, Patriots.
I have the Packers, they're not in it. I have the Niners still in it. Chargers not in it. Jaguars not in it. Panthers not in it. I only have 3 teams left.
I feel better about mine, so that means I'll probably lose. Yeah.
So, Ann, if we shift to the Hoosiers playing for the national title, first thing I'll say, my Facebook page, which, I check in on once every 3 days probably while I'm watching a football game, it is loaded up with people going to watch the Hoosiers in person.
My TikTok algorithm, all Hoosiers. You watch a couple videos, next thing you know. One thing I learned, we have the largest alumni base. I don't even know what that means. I guess people who are in the alumni. What does that mean? It was only like 800,000 people. They
Is
were
that
like
a
the
database or what is that?
Yeah, it's like people who join the alumni, but I would think it'd be more than that. But it's something like 800,000 people. We have the largest one in the country. So Hoosiers are ready to celebrate, right? Because our other teams have been down. So I guess we're
I
ready for it.
noticed that no tickets under $3,000. So this is at the Hard Rock. I forget what it's called now. It's the something Hard Rock Stadium.
Right, yeah. You have a picture of it on your
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
on your cover for this
I forget what the name is. Yeah.
this week.
If you go to the Torg.com, you can see a picture of the stadium, which I used to think of as kind of trashy, but I think they upgraded it big time.
Yeah, I think people say it's a decent stadium. I always hear
Anyway,
good things.
I
It says Hard Rock Stadium, Bill. That's what it's called.
I think the Hoosiers are going to show up for this game.
I think so. You mean in terms of the fans?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Even
saw
though
some
it's
people be
Miami.
like, well, what are they're not rich people from Indiana. Well, first of all, Indiana alumni don't all live in Indiana. They live everywhere, like me in LA,
They
and
do
they
big
can
time.
be rich.
Yeah, for sure.
We have a great business school. We have a great legal, whatever you call that, law school.
Yeah.
We have a great law school. We have doctors, the Indiana doctors. I think
Sure.
that counts, even though they go to, I believe they actually go to school like in Indianapolis. but
Indianapolis, right.
I think
Yeah.
they're part of our system. So yeah, it's all out there.
The one of the things I've enjoyed, I'm not going to remember everybody, but so I see people from Winnemac at the game. I see Craig Bruns, who I worked with at Greenwood at the game. I see Mike Kloppenstein, who I roomed with at Fort Wayne at the game. So I see all these people that I know that don't know each other that are at the same game. So I've really enjoyed watching Hoosiers go support the Hoosiers.
Right. So you're saying a lot of people you see on Facebook are actually going to go to Miami to the game.
I kind of think they will.
That's a fun place to go to, I guess. So
Yeah.
that'll be fun.
I've said before, top 3, Ann? Top 3 American city for me?
Yeah, I've never been,
I
so
know.
can't speak to it.
I was going to say this would be a good time to go, but you didn't go see the Hoosiers when they played.
I know.
Oh,
I did think about it, but it was raining. It just
it was
didn't
a bad
seem.
day.
Yeah,
That
it was a
would've been
bad
to go.
day. I even looked up. I could take a train there and then walk 2 miles from the train station, not have to park. So I did think about it, but pouring rain turned me off. I gotta say, the Oregon game, really enjoyed it. We just crushed them,
Yeah, that's your kind
crushed
of
them.
game.
It's so fun when you have to worry about the score that much. And they were doing crazy things. They were throwing, the quarterback was hitting his hand on his own player and losing the ball. A pick six on the first play. You gotta love that. There's nothing better than that. Couldn't believe it. Actually was there and saw it. Not there, but on my TV. Often I'll miss the first play because you think nothing's happening. So I really enjoyed it. The crushing was great. The uniforms looked good. The crimson, love a good crimson. I remember when I was in college, they made the decision to, and you can't believe that they didn't do this before, to make the colors all match. The crimsons all be the same across all the
Oh,
teams.
different teams
Like
had
some
different.
soccer team would be wearing a lighter red, and the other people would be wearing red. And so they made that uniform, and they picked the right color. I don't want a red. I want a crimson.
Yeah.
So anyway, the crimson looks good. Those red shirts are good. I like it. I hope we're in red, but that's a dream.
Going. Oh, you hope you're in red?
I've never seen him wear red pants and red shirt. That would be great.
Do you mean crimson pants and crimson?
Yeah, crimson,
Because you
crimson.
confused me once you gave the red speech. I was like, wait, no.
Well, now I'm using it interchangeably.
Okay,
Yeah,
I got you.
yeah.
I didn't realize. Back to Craig Bruns, assistant principal at Greenwood when I was there. I don't know what his title is these days. He had a shirt on that said the Hoosiers are the flippin' champs, and I thought, what a cool shirt. I didn't realize that that's what Mendoza had said.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of Sig Netty, and it's like looks like a marble pack on your shirt, and it says something. Google me, I'm a champion, or I win, or
Whatever
whatever it
he
was.
said, right?
Yeah, and it's like, oh, should I have
Flippin'
a
is
cigarette shirt? I
definitely
don't know, but I'll tell you what. If they win the championship, which we should be favored, right? If we don't win, it's going to be pretty bitter. If we win the championship, I'm going to get a little football T-shirt.
I was looking at shirts. I didn't know. Would you wear we're the Hoosiers are the flippin' champs?
No, probably not. I would go for more one of these Signetti ones with the cigarettes.
Because they have the crimson shirt with the white Indiana, which seems like more what you would wear.
Yeah, I would probably wear a gray shirt or even a white shirt or a black shirt over red.
And then
It
they also
depends.
have the ones with like a football helmet that says Indiana on it.
Right. I don't know that I want a football phone. I'm
You're gonna
leaning
wait.
towards a cigarette pack.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look for that shirt. I don't know that
Yeah.
shirt. I wore Dad's. I guess we called them sock hats. When I went to college, my teammate Bob Cook called them toboggans, and
Or beanies.
I started calling them toboggans after that.
I call them beanies now because in California you call them beanies. But I do like the word sock hat because frankly, what is it? It's a sock for your head.
Maybe I will stick with sock hat.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's unique and interesting. I like it.
this week I busted out Dad's, rest in peace, Dad. Dad's sock hat, his Indiana sock
The
hat.
Hoosier.
I've been wearing this week.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have the only thing I have right now is a baseball cap, which I'll walk in sometimes, and I've gotten one person to point at me so
Yeah.
far.
So the Hoosiers are 15-0. They're ranked number one. The Hurricanes were ranked 10th. They're 13-2. Miami lost to Louisville and SMU.
Oh, that's great. Those are nothing teams. Yeah,
Wow, right?
we love it.
I can't believe we ever decided a national title by voting.
Yeah, it's crazy. This is so much more exciting, right? Yeah,
Okay, that's so stupid.
yeah. Maybe they should
And
even get rid of the bowl games and just make it more of a tournament. Like,
Milan would not have been voted the champs when they won, and that became
right? Yeah, you got to play to be the
play the
champion.
games, right?
Absolutely.
So that's
And you know
one.
what? Miami, I don't mind Miami. I'll be crushed if they lose, but it's not like Ohio State's winning. So,
That's your most hated team.
well, Ohio State's like perpetual winner. I'm just against the perpetual winner,
All right,
unless it's my own team.
if we quickly look at the brackets, we'll just go real quick. I'll say the matchup. You say anything if you've got anything, and then we'll wrap up for today. Broncos, Bills.
Want to win the Bills. Think the Broncos could win, but I don't feel confident in that. So the Bills.
Yeah, I'll bet the Bills. I probably picked the Bills too. Yeah, because I remember now that I had Pat's Bills. So we don't know who the Patriots are going to play, but they're going to play the Steelers or the Texans.
Yeah, I feel like they got the easiest matchup. They can easily defeat both those teams, even though I'm feeling like the Patriots aren't that great. So that's my feeling.
If you had the choice between Bills, Steelers, Texans, and you're for the Patriots, you don't want the Bills.
The Patriots, I wouldn't want to play the Bills if I was the Patriots. Is that what you're saying?
If you're the Colts, do you want the Bills, Steelers, or Texans as your opponent?
If I was the Colts,
Yeah, I'm just saying, for example.
I would want the Steelers probably.
Yeah, so we agree. I mean, in other words, we agree that the Patriots have the better side of the bracket, even though the Broncos were one.
Exactly. The Patriots are getting the easiest team to beat.
Seahawks, Niners, we kind of talked about. That's sort of a toss-up.
It's a toss-up, but if the Seahawks don't win, they should be ashamed of themselves.
Right. And I, of course, think the Niners will win. And then Bears, Rams, we wouldn't be surprised if either team won that game.
Right. I think I want the Rams to win, but I'm not really upset about either one.
I feel like cold weather beat up Rams. Oof, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not some kind of Rams super fan. The only reason why I'm cheering for them is just because they were my pick, and I might do better in my bracket. But I don't care if the Rams win.
It's sort of like winning a $50 bet because you won't have to buy the gift card.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And I do live here in LA, but they're not even playing here. So
what do you mean?
They're not ever playing home, right?
Oh, no, they don't have any home games.
Yeah.
No, there would have to be. Could there be even a weird upset where they would play at home?
I don't
Let's see.
think the 49ers, are they ranked higher than the 49ers?
If the Niners win,
yeah.
they would be playing home against the Niners. That would be
okay. Fun. Well, I won't buy a ticket, but
okay, so you might go to that one.
Right.
All right, Ann, good to see you.
Good to see you. Happy Monday.
Let's watch the second half of Steelers.
And let's see if someone can hit some more touchdowns. I doubt it.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Smart takes the shot, and the Hoosiers with 3 seconds. Go ahead.
But what we found out is that each one of us is a brain and an athlete
and a basket case, a princess,
and a criminal. Does that answer your question?
I love you guys.